This week we visit one of Scotland's last great unspoiled wildernesses as we head off to the Outer Hebrides. It's a place with stunning scenery, miles and miles of beautiful beaches and sheep who apparently don't mind getting their feet wet. The Outer Hebrides, also known as the Western Isles, aren't even on our usual map of Scotland. Hang on, let's find a better one. There you go, that's it. That's them over there to the west, unsurprisingly. And to get there, we are sailing from the port of Uig on the Isle of Skye. Yay! Movement, I think we're off. It's a typical British work site. There's lots of people standing about. Having De Niro and being less able to travel overseas has certainly put up the number of ferries that we've been on this year.
We've been on a lot of ferries.
We've been on a lot of ferries.
But there are a lot of Scottish islands.
There's still a lot we haven't visited.
Some we haven't seen yet. Which one will we do next?
Oh, I've been filming to go onto the boat to do a sort of usual fast forward thing, and it's just about flattened the battery in the camera because it's taken us so long to get from where we started to here. Oops.
I said, where are we going next? And you didn't answer me.
Oh, I don't know.
What about muck and egg?
Muck and egg and rum and all of them.
You've not been to Arran.
I've not been to Arran.
Need to go to Arran.
Hello, the Hebrides, from the Inner Hebrides, which is over there, which is Skye, to the Outer Hebrides, which is over there somewhere, which is not Skye, which is North Eust is where we're heading for today. It's all just a bit pretty. Bex has just gone to get quote a packet of crisps unquote. I'll bet she comes back with a gin and tonic. I was just saying, I bet that bag of crisps turned into a gin and tonic.
Yep. So I went to the bar and on the menu it says Gordon's Gin. So I said to the man, is it only Gordon's Gin you've got? He said, oh no. And he dealed off multiple gins.
And of course I'm driving.
Of course.
As always. Do you think we can get some sponsorship?
Downpour gin?
And well, Fever Tree Tonic or anything really.
Any kind of gin at all. I'll give you all a mention, I'll taste it all, I'll do a review.
You'd be genuinely surprised what she'll do for a gin. She's a penny cook lass. We are in the Outer Hebrides! Yay! I've got no idea where we are going and my phone is just about flat, so we'll go this way. Very pretty though. Motorhome parking. Wonder how much that costs.
That'll be a campsite.
No, it didn't say campsite, it said motorhome parking, so let's go for a wee look. We are in the Outer Hebrides and we have found the closest parking spot to the to the ferry. The sign that said motorhome parking that we have followed. And Bex doesn't realise she's got a friend coming over to say hello and make sure that she's paid her £10 in the honesty box for the parking. Hello! It's like, I'm going to make sure you've paid the money. I am ruthless at getting my payments. She's changed. She's talking to that dog and she looked at me and said, I don't have a microphone. That dog is obviously a local dog. It's just on patrol. It's out checking for anything exciting. If anybody has dropped any biscuits, then that dog is going to go and find them. I'm now pointing the camera over there and the dog has gone. But if you don't want to look at the dog, look what is over here. Hello, horsies. Now, I know you get horses on Skye as well, but these guys are quite cool. I like his fringe. You can't see where he's going, but he's got a very nice fringe.
Hello. He doesn't look as if he really wants any visitors tonight.
He's not really up for the attention, is he?
No.
Hello. Look at that picture. I mean, it's Hebridean horses and the sea and green grass and oh...
Here's a wee house for us.
A fixer-upper project house over there.
We're not living here.
We're wanting to move somewhere a bit more remote. We're thinking north coast of Scotland, then we're thinking Orkney, and then we're thinking, oh, the horsey wants us to come and live with him.
Hello. I'm a bit feared of horses actually.
Oh, Bex is making friends. This is the cow whisperer is now the horse whisperer.
Oh yes, hello. Oh, you're having a scratch. Is that not a bit sharp?
She's talking to your horsey friends. Do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind? I don't think you do.
We've just arrived.
Hello.
You come to collect the money? Have you come to collect the money? £10 for you. Okay.
That would buy you a lot of biscuits, but possibly not in the Outer Hebrides.
We'll put it in the box. Shall we put it in the box?
We'll put it in the box, I think, yes.
You're a nice doggy, aren't you? Look at the washing line. Is that for the people that are staying overnight?
Bexy's favourite thing is a washing line for some obscure reason. Nobody does more washing than her.
It's the only domestic task I quite enjoy. I was going to point out this.
What's that?
Because everywhere we go they say no overnight parking. This facility is for overnight parking only.
Well, if that's the case, why does it say car parking £2.
Don't know, but we're going to put our money in, okay?
That's us done. We have paid our parking at that is Gaelic at the top there. There's an otter and there's a bird. It says Feltigu Silith Namara.
We don't know what that means.
None of that is pronounced even close. Falsha is welcome, so it's welcome to Silith Namara. I have no idea. I'm making it up.
Find out
you
what it
probably
means.
Guessed.
Right, I'm going to cook some dinner now.
That is the first sensible thing that she said in, well, the last 5 minutes anyway. Dinner time! A quick Google search revealed a couple of points of interest in the local area to go and look at, so after we'd eaten, we went for a wee explore. Where's your horsey pal gone?
I don't know where he's gone.
Oh, you're all
He's gone for a
alone.
swim.
That is not a bad view at all, is it? And there's a couple of cool things down here that I saw a wee bit earlier when I came out with De Niro, so we'll take you along there now.
It's good there's not any midges.
It's amazing there's not any midges. It's amazing there's not any what?
That'll be time for our word of the day.
And if you're worried about the location of the other horsey, it's standing eating some seaweed.
Oof, stinky seaweed.
Stinky seaweed. Oh no, how are we going to get De Niro through this gate? We know he's not very good at these gates. Hang on, let me go around this way. De Niro, can you get through that? Oh, okay. Now, although part of it on the right-hand side looks like it's collapsed in, look at that. Somebody's gone to a huge amount of work building a little safe anchorage in there. That is so cool. No idea what the history of that is, but it is built up on both sides. This bit here obviously is mostly natural. You can see where it's all been built up along there. And the seagull is stopping to say hello. And down there, there's
What's he wittering on about now?
Just brilliant. I am loving this. And Bex has got her microphone on, so if I say hello, Bex, you can say hello and you can hear her.
Did you not just hear what I said?
I didn't hear what you said. The camera hears everything. What did you just say?
I said, what's he wittering on about now?
Maybe these microphones weren't such a good idea.
I don't understand all the technical stuff.
Is that what it is?
Sorry, do you want to go back and do that bit of filming again?
No, it's fine. You just keep interrupting. And if I can be allowed to witter some more, there's a slipway, and round here is something that looks really cool. Not that, although that's also...
Oh, you can't go anywhere.
Oh wow, what is that?
It's a dead end.
It's got a CCTV camera on it, so it's clearly something. No idea what that is. Tagabata? As I said, it's got a CCTV, so somebody's looking after it, but that looks like a big bunker to me.
Would this be the right path, the one I suggested in the first place?
Yeah, but I wanted to go down there, I told you that.
Come on, De Niro.
This is what we came this way to see. There's some photos of it on the internet and it is closed off. It's got a barrier at both ends. It looks to me like it's got a barrier at the far end, so you probably can't
Which suggests
get across
it's maybe not safe.
That would definitely suggest that it's not safe. Let's go for a wee look. Oh, how brave are we feeling? I'm just going to go and check the gate out and listen for any sort of funny cracking noises as I
Watch
walk
out
over.
for trolls.
Watch out for trolls under the bridge. Making some strange noises.
Nice to know you.
Making some very strange noises. I don't think we can get through the other end anyway. Let's keep going. Maybe it's time for a fast forward.
It's wobbling a lot.
All right, no, you can get across it because over there, that is called the Hut of Shadows or the House of Shadows or something. It's an art installation, I believe. So yeah, I think you can get there across this bridge. Although the people in the big house over there probably aren't very keen on people visiting, but they have got their own large fence. So I'm thinking we might be okay. Anyway. Let's go back without it wobbling too much. It's very wobbly.
De Niro, he's going to want me to go over that bridge tomorrow. Can you open the gate at the other side?
You can, but the path at the other side goes across to the house. It doesn't go down to the thing, so we'll see tomorrow. We're going to go for a cycle anyway, or run.
No running over that bridge.
There's some wild campers, wild camping in their tent. And there's that old ruined house that we saw a wee bit earlier. I'm going for a wee look. It's probably a bit dark, but let's go for a wee look anyway. De Niro is leading the way.
I don't know if it really goes anywhere. Which way now, De Niro?
I don't think he's got a clue.
There's no path out. There's a way in that you can dance with the fairies.
All right, okay. And the fairies in here, are they?
You dance with the fairies and then you leave again.
Okay, then you lose your... whatever. De Niro knows where he's going, but we don't trust him because he has got no sense of direction.
I don't think we want to go that way, De Niro. I don't really think that's a path.
No, I don't think so. I just walked over to see if I could see what it said on that sign, and it says cast with care. That's for a fisherman, obviously. Okay, if there's anybody in here that can go boo, I will go eek. But let's have a wee look. This is the old byre, obviously, the animals' quarters. Pigeons! Yeah, I told you I would go eek. Go away, Mr. Pigeon. Oh wow, look at that. That's obviously a flow level, because up there There is a fireplace, I think. It looks like a fireplace. Is there a chimney outside? That will confirm whether or not that is actually a fireplace. I can't see from here. Yes, that's a fireplace. Let's see what's in here to scare the poop out of me. Nothing. Oh wow, but look at that. There's the remains of the upper floor and then a big hole in the roof. And at the back there's a walled in sort of garden bit, I guess. This is so cool. And if Bex is talking at this moment, she'll be getting recorded and I can't hear what she's saying. So it'll be funny listening to these videos when I get back home. And I think that end is just more of the same. It's all a bit nettily, so we'll not bother. We're going to head back up to where Bex and De Niro hopefully are. Hi Bex! Say something!
Shush, people are sleeping.
I can see the wee meter moving when you're talking. And since we came up here, somebody has been and shut the gate. So this will be an exercise in the greyhound having to bend in the middle.
Unless we open the gate.
Unless we open the gate. Unless we can bend in the middle because it makes for better content.
I think we'll just open the gate and close it again.
Let's just open the gate. So, I wouldn't do that because that gate's not very well supported by anything.
Oh dear.
Oh, De Niro's through, we're fine. And that's about it for tonight. We have arrived in the Hebrides. Tomorrow we are going out for a wee ride on our bikes to go and try and find that art installation without going over that rickety bridge. And then we are heading to South Uist, so should be a good day. Let's find out together. Google Translate reckons that the sign outside that underground bunker says House of Bats, so I wonder if that's who's living in it now. Anyway, as you can see here, it goes quite a long way underground. So this wee corner of North Uist, round about Loch Maddie, has turned out to be a lot more interesting than we thought it was going to be. Okay, it's got all the beautiful scenery like this, but it's also got a couple of wee bits of history in the shape of that bunker and that rickety old bridge. And then of course there's the art installation that we mentioned earlier. Now we know nothing about this, but we are going to go and see it tomorrow, so night night, we'll see you in the morning on our bikes. And we are off again on a wee cycle on North Uist, it turns out we're on. I thought it might have been, I wasn't sure. You know my sense of direction. Anyway, I don't really know where we're going, we're just we're going for the sake of it, I think, which will be nice. Be interesting to see how this wee microphone does with the wind of cycling. It's it's all about learning. It's all about experimenting to make better videos. We are going this way. I'm not quite sure why. I don't know where I'm going. Annoyingly, it's just started to rain a little bit, so hey ho. Thank you. Sheepdog trials. I wonder how many were found guilty. Some really, really nice wee hussies. Right, after that cycle round the big loop, and I say a big loop, I'm not joking, because there's the bridge we were looking at last night, and over there, that is Daisy. And if you say, why didn't you come over the bridge instead of going all the way around? Yeah, I walked across it once, I'm not doing it again. That's some size of a house, isn't it? That's it's quite impressive. With a nice view right down the loch, must have been some landowner. But the reason we're here is we're going to a thing called the Hut of the Shadows, which I know nothing about, apart from the fact that it shows up on Google Maps. We tried to get to it last night and couldn't because of aforementioned bridge. So yeah, we're doing it again today. And the sheep are probably wondering what we're up to. Hello, sheepy sheep. We're just coming to visit your wee tourist attraction. It's an interesting place to build a tourist attraction. It is, it's not very attractive. It's a cracking view, but it's a long way from anywhere and it's not signposted. So that's the Hut of the Shadows there, and that is, I'm going to get this wrong again, in fact I'm not even going to try, that is that Loch Nam Madder, which will be Loch Maddie, I guess. Very nice. Right, it's, yeah, it's cracking, it's so peaceful, apart from me talking to myself, obviously. After the really worn and rutted track we've just cycled along, my bottom thinks going back over the bridge might be a good idea. If it wasn't for Google Maps, we would have no idea that this place was here, so it's just strange. The Western Isles have got a lot of things like this. They've got little tourist attractions that are comparatively recent, but they're just way out the way. There's a beach on Lewis that is miles from anywhere. That's got a time and tide bell on it that gets rung by the tide going up and down. They've put it somewhere where very few people can actually get to.
So we've arrived at the Hut of the Shadows. We're not really sure what it is. Ready? The gate's open. Ooh. This is when you hope nobody's asleep in here.
Well, that's what I always say as well, yeah.
I'm a bit scared. It's awfully dark.
Yeah, this is not great television. We'll let you know what it's like when we get back outside.
One shadow, or does it change, or does it change just as...
so cool, it's like projecting from outside.
The image of outside. Oh, it is, yeah, now you see it. Oh, something's happening. Or is that just our eyes?
That's your eyes adjust to it and it changes apparently.
It is changing, yes. It's going further away. Are you seeing that as well? Yeah, the image is changing as if the water's moving. That's what makes these islands so special, all these little things that are tucked away that you have to actually go and find. Things are not just there, you have to find them.
It's weird, isn't it? It just, the more you look at it, the longer you get your eyes adjusting to the dark, the more detail you see.
Yeah.
It's a really cool little thing. I mean, it serves absolutely no purpose, but it's art, so I guess it doesn't have to.
So are we cycling back or going over the bridge?
Are you brave enough to go over the bridge? Because I don't think I am.
I'm definitely not with a bike, no.
I did it last night and it's a bit sugary.
No, let's cycle back.
Good idea.
Good idea.
We've just been on a magical mystery tour of the island of Benbecula, trying to find somewhere to park so we could have a little bit of lunch, and we found this. That's not a bad spot, is it? Daisy is doing some serious off-roading. She's parked on the verge. So far, nobody minds. Now, these islands, North Uist, Grimsay, South Uist, Benbecula, etc., are all joined together by these causeways, which is a major feat of engineering. That is so cool. Some of the roads down here are a bit interesting. Lots of single track roads with passing places. Fortunately, most of the people we've met I think are local and know how to use them, because I can imagine at peak camper van season they'll be a bit fraught at times. And if you want to know exactly where we are there. Crigori, or in Gaelic, Crigori, that one, yeah, that. One of the things that the Outer Hebrides is most famous for is its beaches. There are dozens and dozens of amazing beaches, and some of them are absolutely massive. Especially down here between the islands of North Uist, Benbecula and South Uist, there's lots and lots of very, very shallow water and lots and lots and lots of sand. And that shallow water means the islands are now all linked up by these causeways, which are sort of similar to the ones that we saw when we were up in Orkney. But yeah, quite cool. We do like it down here quite a lot, as you probably noticed. Now, as you can imagine, these beaches are great for zoomies, but this one had these locals living on it and they were definitely here first, so De Niro is staying in the van. It was quite funny. I flew the drone out to get those nice pictures of the sheep, and the sheep were looking at the drone going, and I wondered why they were looking at it until I realised that its altitude was like 0.5 of a metre. Oops, a little bit lower than I was planning. Meanwhile, in the catering department, Bex is in her wee element. And half an hour later, it looks like Sheep Island has largely disappeared and the sheep are now all congregated on a tiny, teeny little island. I assume they know how to get home. I mean, they must do this every day. I don't imagine they sort of drown once a day. Let's get the drone up and see if that is actually sheep on that tiny little bit of sand. And as the tide came in, what we'd jokingly been calling Sheep Island turned out to be an actual island of sheep. They were all congregated on this little pile of rocks and seaweed. I guess it's nice and peaceful out there for them. They don't get too many tourists annoying them with drones. Well, apart from me, obviously, but they didn't seem to mind. Well, another island, and a cup of coffee later, we've come to the birthplace of a very famous Scot. This is where Flora MacDonald was born, and if you know your Scottish history, Flora MacDonald was the person that smuggled Bonnie Prince Charlie to safety after the disaster at the Battle of Culloden. Don't ask me how she manages, but Bex is able to resist the temptation to come up for a wee look, and she's sitting in there reading her book. Good job you've got me, or all you'd have a video of this week would be Bex reading her book. She does like that book. She's quite engrossed by it. I'll have to find out what it is, and I'll let you know. So this is the site of Flora MacDonald's cottage. Let's go and have a wee look. Quite a nice cairn there, a little bit of history up there in the Gaelic, and it says Clan Donald raised this cairn of remembrance to their kinswoman Flora MacDonald, daughter of Ranald, son of Angus of Milton, South Uist. She was born in 1722 near this place and spent early life in the house that stood on these foundations. I'll not read you the whole thing, that I get a bit unexciting. But what I love about places like this is the ruins of an old cottage, obviously. And if you look over there, there's quite a substantial set of ruins over there. And then over there, there's another quite chunky set of ruins. I thought that might have been part of a broch, but I don't think it is. I think it's just part of an old like agricultural type building. Anyway, what an amazing place. I hope you're enjoying our wee trip to the Hebrides so far, because we are having a great time. Right, I've spent the last 5 minutes trying to do a Flora MacDonald, Ronald McDonald joke, and it's just not working, so I'm not even going to bother. But take my word for it, it was hilarious. I'm not even joking, it took me about 20 takes. Still couldn't get the words out my mouth. If if you'd like to see that footage, it's now up on our Patreon page, and if you'd like to go and check that out, you can actually do it for free. There's a free trial thing, so it won't cost you any money to go and check out all the good stuff we've got up there already. The people of YouTube want to know what's so interesting about that book that you don't want to go and look at Flora McDonald's house over there. It's called, there you are, it's called The Moment by Douglas Kennedy. It's, he wrote The Pursuit of Happiness and Leaving the World. Wow, what a guy. I've got no idea who that is or what either of those are.
It's quite good.
Quite good. Better than looking at Flora McDonald's house.
Well, I can see it from here.
Okay, we've come a little bit further down. De Niro, we'll have to edit this bit out. I wish you'd stop doing that. Anyway, we have come further down southeast and we're just about at the very bottom. So we've decided this is where we're going to stop for tonight. It's a little sort of grassy bit off the single track road. There's already somebody here, which is a bit unfortunate, but hey ho, it's good to share. De Niro is on the beach and having a sniff. He's having a frantic sniff that you always get when you're somewhere with lots and lots of new smells. Oh, there we go. Very, very short range zoomies.
Who's a happy boy?
Bex is running, that means there he goes. He stops whatever he's sniffing at and goes for a wee sprint. He's only just recovered from the last couple of days. He's going to be sleeping well tonight. Yay! Nothing quite as graceful as a greyhound in full flight. How can they look so untidy when they're sleeping and so cool when they're running? Come on then! Yay! He's just absolutely in his element. He got out of the van and he was like, come on, get that camera set up, hurry up, I want to go zooming. He's like, De Niro, let me get the technology sorted out, because if it's not filmed, it didn't happen.
What a happy boy, eh?
Yeah, good test of the wee microphone, because it's really quite windy. We do have quite a good habit of winding up in nice places, I think. Yep, another nice place. Oh, De Niro is off to make some friends. He's going to be fine, Beck. Oh, that's my boy. In you go. Not keen on the water. Maybe he learnt his lesson that time that he ran out into it. So this wee part of our adventure ends on Pollacara Beach, and that over there is not at all the reason that we stopped here. That is the Pollacara Inn, which looks quite interesting. It's one of those wonderful old historic buildings that you find in places like this, and this one has even got its own standing stone outside. Yeah, so you don't see that very often. It is a pub with its own standing stone. And that's it for this week's episode. We do hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please remember to like and subscribe and all that gubbins, and we'll see you soon for more.